After 13 weeks, we now have our home back. We still haven't checked all the systems to make sure that they fixed everything that they were supposed to work on. We're just gonna get crazy and we're gonna go head out to...
Let the cleaning continue.
Katie's apparently got to change her clothes from sleepy bedtime in the car clothes to...
So what's our first stop? A giant 28-foot tall spider.
All right, let's go. Go see if this thing is fixed. Already coming unglued, and they didn't glue it right. But we met the floor guy when we picked it up, and well, we're pretty excited this morning. We got our fifth wheel back.
Customers walking in.
Okay, great. Can I see back there?
There's still a little cold going on throughout the US, but it's definitely better late than never. So after 12 weeks,
13.
after 13 weeks, we now have our home back.
That's nice. Opening up the RV, the lock pad just said no power or low power.
Oh.
So we need to replace those batteries, but we have those batteries, right?
Yeah.
After 4 months of living with actual non-moving walls, we've finally hooked up the fifth wheel and reclaimed our life. Don't get me wrong, staying with family and catching up with friends was amazing.
We got some packing to do. We need to get back on the road. That sounds so good.
But we were definitely starting to get that itch. You know the one, where you just need more sunsets in the wild. We stepped inside and honestly, it felt like seeing an old friend you haven't talked to in a year. A slightly dusty, neglected friend who desperately needed a shower and some TLC. The new home high lasted about 5 minutes before reality set in. So I vacuumed hopefully all the rocks out, so when we're grabbing things, bringing them in and out, they don't create a tear in the flooring. Let the cleaning continue.
Hard part right now is trying to figure out where in the heck everything went.
We had our house back, so we also had chores again. We had to move basically everything we owned back into our home. Everything. It's funny how quickly you forget your own life. We were literally standing there like, do we always have this? Where did this go? Is this even ours? Why on earth do we own 2 of these?
Spicy top ramen too, a whole box in there, so.
Oh, we'll take some. I don't know if
Yeah.
doesn't like it. So I'll
And there's, come check out the pantry before you leave. Get rid of all the healthy stuff that I have to eat.
My device for need. An exorbitant amount of cords for every user that doesn't even understand how much we go through for filming. So even though that we've got the fifth wheel back, we still haven't checked all the systems to make sure that they fixed everything that they were supposed to work on. We're just going to get crazy and we're going to go head out to... Where are we going?
Amboy Crater.
Amboy Crater.
Hopefully a water pump works. I started to wonder, what's the plan? We're officially out of warranty purgatory. Where is this year going to take us? What kind of trouble, adventures are we going to find?
We're all packed. See you guys in the morning. Are you ready?
Does it matter?
Yes. Always matters.
I'm always a very mixed emotion person, so a big chunk of me's ready, a big chunk of me isn't.
Alright, so we just got water, and I've heard that there was this big giant creepy spider Volkswagen statue here, so we had to stop by. It's still 49 degrees out. Still cold.
I'm glad we can get a picture of it with the sunset. Sunrise, hopefully, before. I'm trying to change as fast as I can.
Katie's apparently got to change her clothes from sleepy bedtime in the car clothes to frozen outside clothes.
I'm getting dressed, okay? I'm trying.
Look at this creepy thing. I was wondering if that was Christmas lights or barbed wire.
Oh, I guess it could be barbecue.
But I think you're right. I think it is Christmas. That is so creepy and cool.
I like it.
I think we might be able to walk around the backside.
Okay, good. I like that we both found it online separately. And I was gonna like surprise you with it, and then you're like, oh, we're gonna go here. I'm like, oh shit, I was gonna tell you about that. So what's our first stop? A giant 28-foot tall spider. Because why not? It's a Volkswagen Beetle transformed into a spider sculpture by a local legend named Robert Miner. He ran a shop called Hole in the Wall for decades. And even though he's gone, his V-dub spider is still out here, just being weird, giving children nightmare fuel. We love it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a weird little oddity to find. So we were leaving, we ran into one of the construction workers that's working on the property right here, and we were asking them if they were tearing down the VW Spider. Unfortunately, they're not. They're building some new structure around this statue, and it's going to be incorporated into the structure. So that's pretty cool. Now being on the backside or north side of Joshua Tree, I didn't know there were so many little weird things to look at on the side of the road. We passed the big giant Muffler Man statue and then a random bomb and a policeman making sure everybody's safe. His lights didn't come on, so we're safe. And there's one more little stop I want to make before we get to Amboy Crater. How about that? You into that?
I'm into that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. We made it. And then we immediately saw a sign, you will get stuck, walk. So we are parking on the side of the road. Glad we saw that pretty fast. All right, let's go see the end of the world.
All right.
This is really nice. We've been stuck in Huntington for 3 months now.
4.
4 months. A quarter of the year, I did the math. And we just got our home back. And we were so excited. We were already all the way out in the desert on like our 3rd roadside attraction. And we haven't really even checked everything. So we're not gonna do that now. We're gonna do that once we find out where we're gonna stay for the night. So we gotta wait a little bit longer to make sure.
Gotta have a little fun.
Yeah.
You know, we've been cooped up in the city.
Just come out to the middle of the desert where you have no safety net. That's when you shake everything down, right? But don't worry, it's okay. Because we're here. We finally arrived to the end of the world. Or the end of the
Oh, no.
world.
Oh no.
What are you laughing at?
Saw our first snake this season.
No.
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I had to be sure. The first snake of the season.
Somebody left it on the ground.
Do we
Covered.
have a hitchhiker? Is he coming with us?
No, he's not. He's got to do his job here.
He's gonna do his job. Okay. Here, I'll make him look a little more realistic and hide the fluorescent tongue.
Hello? Is anybody living in there?
This one didn't read the sign and they got stuck.
All right. Let's go. Go see if this thing is fixed.
Enough with the apocalypse.
See if we can remember how to set up camp.
Yeah. We gotta remember how to set up camp, hope that we grabbed everything we needed to eat and live, and then make sure everything is working. They got fixed.
Yeah.
And that nothing new was broken from sitting there for a quarter of the year.
Yeah, really. You know, let's go check it out.
Yeah, I hope there's not bugs in the rice. That's my number one thing. It's very tiny. So I'm really excited to go to this spot because I've been to Joshua Tree a ton and most of the camping places around Southern California. But I have never been to Amboy Crater. So I'm already seeing a lot of stuff I've never seen before. Just goes to show you can live your whole life in a state and still miss a couple things.
Goes to show you that we're out of practice if Katie's eating pizza cold out of the box while we travel. You kind of look homeless right now. So much crap in here. We've landed. This volcano is way bigger than I thought. We're on a asphalt pad. We're not sure if we can stay at this particular spot, so Katie's running to check on the sign here just to make sure that it says that we're allowed to.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at this one. Camp and park only in already disturbed areas. Do you feel disturbed? It means you can camp there. Does it feel safe? No, go.
Should we get set up?
Yeah, I kind of want to fly the drone and just see if there are any other spots.
Yeah,
though.
let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's fly the drone.
After years of exploring Southern California, Brian managed to find a spot that neither of us had checked out. It's free BLM land, the weather is actually decent right now, and most importantly, it's a flippin' volcano. It's a volcano.
You want to remember that? You want me to do it? Or you remember it?
I can do it.
Wait, it's been a minute. I had to lay down. In order to be able to get to whatever I was trying to do.
You normally just look like Spider-Man for 30 seconds and you're done. Here you are, just lounging around.
And I gotta try and get out. They're gonna hit the drama. Today has just been drama.
Let's watch. Enhance. Zoom in.
Getting out of the city, we left at 3 and we left for a reason. If you're ever in the city area of California, you got to get out before traffic starts. But on our way, there was a lot of drama happening. Nobody was awake. We almost got ran into by a guy that was merging onto the freeway. There was a big giant trucker that I think we got on film that was falling asleep at the wheel or something and swerved over at another trucker. At least that's what we thought, till we realized as we were behind him that he was swerving in and out of all the lanes, being tired or something like that.
And it wasn't just like, oh, I swerved over a foot into that lane. Like, he did not signal. There was another trucker in a lane just next to him. He was right next to him. They were neck and neck. And he just kept going to the point where the other trucker had to completely change lanes. And he just kept going and got into that lane.
Somebody lost their dog.
Oh, yeah.
This morning. Yeah. And over in Palm Springs, the police were helping the lady try and find it. And I do believe that she finally found the dog before we split. We saw the end of the world. The end of the world's looking rough.
It's looking rough.
And then we just saw the trains explode.
Yeah. It's all right. We're setting up. We almost forgot to put these on. I usually look to make sure Brian's done with these before I pull the slides out. You need a wrench to put it on. And normally we have it super accessible, just like right in the hatch door. But obviously we took everything out for the warranty work. Where did you organize them?
I filed it under plants in the planter section. So in other words, I grabbed it last minute and just threw it in something as we were unpacking it originally.
Yeah.
Let's get to checking this place out and seeing if these guys did what they were supposed to do.
What happened?
No power coming to that outlet for some reason. For some reason the inverter was off. When I got to the RV, when I went and checked on it in the shop, I had poked my head into the pass-through and they had all the solar turned off and they had the main power turned off. So I imagine in here maybe they turned it off as well. But yeah, fired it right back up. Everything fired up, running fine. So our shower handles were flibbity-flobbity and flopping around. Looks like they fixed those really nice. One of the other things that they fixed in here was the toilet seal, which wasn't really that big of a deal. It didn't hold water, and it holds water, so that's fixed as well. And the sensors. We had them take a look at our sensors for our tanks because the black tank always read that it had something in it, and everybody knows black tanks are shit. Our black tank, as we all know, is always a problem for everybody. Always read that it wasn't ever empty. Our gray tanks also said the same thing. So it looks like the black tank and the gray tank are now registering nothing. But we also had them look at the fresh tank, and we just filled it this morning in Palm Springs, and it says it's only 2/3 full. The only thing that could have been possible is I was on a slight incline, so maybe we just didn't shove as much water in there as we can, but it's still registering the same as it did before, so that might be an okay thing. The big one was the floor. Had a bolt coming through, and when I went and checked on the floor during the work, they had butchered the floor up really bad, and the way they remounted the linoleum or whatever material this is was already coming unglued, and they didn't glue it right. But we met the floor guy when we picked it up, and it looks great. He did a hell of a job. So that's a pass. We also had them take a look at the flooring in the pass-through and the pass-through door. The shocks were ripping out of the door, the attachment point out of the door, and that all looks fantastic. The problem is those shocks. The shocks are way too strong for that type of door. The pressure that it puts up on the door when it flips open is way too crazy. So down the road here, I will put in a lighter shock to hold that door open, and it should be fine. There shouldn't be any problem with that. And they're relatively cheap, so we'll call that a fix. So are we happy with taking our rig in for warranty work?
Most everything's done, so I'm happy about that. Just a little unhappy with the miscommunication that happened.
Yeah, I'm happy enough with the work that's been done. I wouldn't want them to do any more, which is why we didn't have them do the pass-through floor that was sagging. I will go ahead and manage that and brace it up properly. It had gotten passed in warranty, but warranty only approved it for 0.8 of an hour, which the technician said wasn't long enough to do it. But it's not like there were big things that were really wrong with it. They were just little tedious things. We figured have them fix it.
Yeah, and it was weird parts too. It was mostly parts that we couldn't buy ourselves for the most part, so it's not like we could just run to the store and get it.
Really, the only damaged part was the pass-through door. That was the only thing that was truly damaged.
And the floor bolt.
Oh, and the floor bolt. Sorry, those two things. Couldn't fix those.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we're happy that that chapter is finally closed. Again, for any of you going through warranty work right now, our hearts are with you. And feel free to share your feelings down in the comments.
Make sure to come back next week because I'm going to try and talk Katie into hiking that volcanic crater right there in the state of California. See if we can get to the top. We'll see you guys then.
Wait, how high is it?
Don't know.
Okay. All right, we'll see. I don't know.
Give me an E!
So scared.
That's pretty good. You got some talent. Yeah, that's good.